All right, we're here with our latest Tour of Champions stop up in Avon, Connecticut, long way from home. Drove up. Obviously, we're going to stop by tomorrow and watch the Tigers in Boston College. Coach, we just had a chance to interview Tyson, obviously headed to Clemson. I'd like to start off by having you tell us, obviously we'll talk about the football. What's he like as a young man off the field?
He's a great kid. I think at a place like Avon Old Farms, we hang our hat on recruiting, better men than as good as we do football players. He's a kid that was dropped into an environment that is different than what he's used to. He went to an inner city school down in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's a sophomore. He came up here to repeat his sophomore year, and he's thrown into a school that requires a coat and tie and jacket every single day, and full set of classes and morning meetings and academics and extra helps and monitored study halls. And he's a kid that's done everything we've asked him over 3 years. He's a kid that's developed and got more mature every year over 3 years, and he's as good as a person as he is a football player, and that's what we're really happy about.
All right, let's transition on the field. Obviously, dual threat. Talk to us a little bit about some things he can do out there on the field.
Yeah, you guys saw him. He's a big, rangy athlete. He can extend plays really well. He's an added blocker in pass protection, so if things break down, he can keep his eyes downfield, and he feels the pocket well, and he extends plays, and he can make the throws, and he's special, man. He's a really special kid.
Feel like he's a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, like we talked about before, I just think playing up in the Northeast, he's limited in the amount of exposure he's had to football. An 8-game season here with really no state playoff, 7-on-7's limited. He's a 3-sport varsity athlete for us. He started on the basketball team for the last 2 years. He was with the track program for 2 years. So, he's developed himself. Doing other things than playing football, which I think, over the long run is going to pay off.
All right, talk to us a little bit about Coach Streeter and, how he came in here and what kind of relationship you've built with him and what you think about the process he's done to recruit Tyson.
Yeah, obviously over the last, 18 months, there's been a lot of coaches and schools through here, and Clemson's been impressive, especially Coach Streeter. He's been a presence here. When he's allowed to be here, he does it by the books. He's honest. I think we've had some coaches that come through here that, aren't as honest as he is, but I think he's a good guy, and I think Tyson felt that the minute that he met him, and I think that goes a long way for a kid like him.
Next question for you: how do you think he'll transition to the next level?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shock, like it is for most kids going to a Clemson or any school of that level. But again, he's a competitor. He's a leader. I think being here has prepared him really well. I think this is a unique place that offers opportunities to get guys ready for that environment. So I think he'll transition really nicely.
All right, last question for you. Have you had a chance to have some conversations with Coach Sweeney? And if so, talk to us about that.
We haven't yet. Coach Profit, Tyson's quarterback coach, was down there this summer for camp a little bit on his way back from vacation. And I think those guys were pretty occupied. But, we're hoping to get him here in December just to show him campus and so he can, meet the people around here that have helped develop Tyson.
All right, we'd like to thank Tyson's head coach here, Coach Brennan, for taking time and sharing his thoughts with us as we finish up another Tour Champions visit. Stay tuned to TCI for more complete coverage of Clemson football.